Are you a budding paper crafter or looking to become one, but not sure quite what you want to do or how much you really want to lay out for starting this wonderful hobby? Or maybe you're just a stamper who wants to start building up their collection with some more kits and some stamps. This is one of the new Stampin' Up kits that are coming out on the 1st of June, and it's called the Sentimental Rose Kit. And you'll make 3 of each of these cards, so you'll end up with 9 cards and a beautiful little acetate box to put the cards in. So in the instructions, it tells you what pieces you need for each of your cards and how to put them all together. So let's have a look first and see what's in the box. So to start with, we're going to get 9 card bases. So we're going to get 3 of these ones, and then 3 of these, and 3 of these. And of course you're going to get envelopes. So 3 of them have this pattern on the inside, and 3 with this pattern, and 3 with this. So obviously they're going to match up the card bases that we've just seen. Then we're going to get this beautiful stamp set. So you can see beautiful big rose and some leaves and lots of sentiments. Thank you, for you, best wishes, congratulations, happy birthday, thinking of you, happy Mother's Day. So you can use it for virtually any type of occasion that you want the card for. So we have a stamp set, we have a block to put the stamps on, and we have a grey granite ink spot to stamp with. We have some little glue dots to help us stick it together. We have some dimensionals, which are 3D pieces to pop up some of your pieces. We've got some linen thread to add some extra texture to our cards. And we have got some of these pretty little dots to add to the cards. Now all our pieces. So if we come back to our cards here, we've got 3 to make that one. And we've got 3 of these with watercolour splashes on them, and that will be this one here. And then another 3 different watercolour splashes, which will be for this card here. Then we have got some corrugated pieces which look like they're going to be backing pieces for the various cards. So there's 3 of that size. Then we've got this sheet. I don't know whether it'll be easier to see on the front or the back, but it's like little label pieces. And if you have a look here, you can see them. Some of them are sitting behind those pieces there. Then we have some die cut labels ready to stamp on, to stamp our sentiments. And then we have this, all the materials to make a little acetate box, which are going to fit some cards in. So it's obviously got a belly band and some pieces to go around it. Okay, let's see if we can quickly make up a couple of these cards. So if we go to the first page here, for our card, we want the scripty sort of background card. So I'll get one of those. We'll get one of the scripty style envelopes that goes with it. We'll get the long piece of watercolour paper. Well, it's not watercolour paper, it's just watercolour designs on it. Then I've got little pieces of paper everywhere here. All right, so we're going to need one of these labels. we're going to need one of these corrugated background pieces. And then we're going to need twine and some of the green enamel dots and some stamping. So let's go to the full instructions for card 1. So we're going to take this piece and we're going to get our stamps out here, so we can just peel that back layer of plastic off. Take our rose, pop it on the block. Now before I use a stamp for the first time, I just like to give it a bit of a rub with my fingers to get any excess stickiness off it. And before I stamp, I will always test it on some scrap paper first. So here's our ink spot, which we're just going to split here and open up. Now I've actually got one already opened here. So we're just going to pat it all over the stamp. And we'll just do a test run on the scrap paper here. And there's our beautiful light coloured rose. So we'll just ink it up again. And we're going to stamp that partially off the card, or probably like so. Let's give it a little bit of press so that the ink can soak into the card. And then we can lift it up. And then we're going to need our leaves. So we can just pop that on the other side of the block. Again, ink it up and test it. So ink it up. I might just take this big one off here so we can see where we're putting our leaves. So we're going to pop that there and ink it up again. And this time we'll send it out that way. Okay. So I'll put those stamps to one side and we'll use the thank you, which is this one. Again, just give it a bit of a rub, tap it, test it. Beautiful. Ink it up, then get our little label, stamp it in there. Okay, so now we're ready to assemble. So on the back of our label, we've got two little hexagons, which are our dimensionals. So we'll just pick up two of those. And then our corrugated piece has got 3 of the glue dots. So I'll get the glue dots. And the back of the corrugated piece is flat. Now, I just like to use my tweezers or anything you like just to put them on. Just slide that under there. Pick it up with its cover on it. You're less likely to have it stuck to you then. And you can take the covers off once you've got all your pieces on. Okay. So we've got our stamp one. We're going to flick off these covers, which just come off like that. And we're going to pop that on. Oh, let's put it about there. Okay, now you can see in here they've got the dimensionals towards the top. So mine probably aren't far enough to the top. So provided you haven't pressed them down too hard, you can easily just lift it up, and that's the top up there. So it pays to read the instructions first. Okay, so I'll just peel these pieces off. And try not to get your fingers stuck on them. Okay. Let me tell you, they are extremely sticky. I'm going to use my tweezers to pick it up. So I'm going to put it so that it's hanging over the top of the corrugated piece. We're going to get our card base and we'll just fold it in half. You can just use your thumb nail just to run it down there, or if you do happen to have a bone folder, just give it a good crease with that. Now on the back of our big piece we've got 4 glue dots, so let's just pick up some more of those. Okay, so we're going to flick off those tops. And we're going to line that up with the edge of the card. So if you stand it up like that, so both your edges are together, and then it's easy just to lay it down flat like that. Now the next thing we want to do is we want a piece of twine that's 12 inches or 30.5 centimetres. Okay, if you have a look on the instructions here, they've got it in inches and in centimetres. It goes up to 22, up to 9 inches. So get my scissors and we'll go 9, 3 is 12. Just snip that off. Now if it's a bit curly like this, just get your thumbnail and run it down like that, and that will straighten it out. So you can see that's just wrapped around the card there. So I'm just going to put that in there. And I don't think that's quite long enough to tie a bow. So I'll make my next piece longer. But for this one, I'm just going to tie a little knot. And there will be more than enough twine so that you can use more than the 12 inches. Okay, so our first card finished. And our envelope all done. How quickly is that? Okay, I'll be back in the next video. So that I don't make a super long video, I'll do the next cards and the box in separate little videos so that you can just look at each one separately. So I shall see you in the next video, and happy stamping.